Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be making almond moin moin. I decided to try the almond flour for moin moin, and then I'm just going to be showing you a little variation because I'm not just going to be going basic, but I will explain why I use some of the things I do. But the thing I have been missing so very much for so long is the moin moin leaf in Nigeria, but we can't find it here. So I got frozen banana leaf. So I think this one is we're just gonna make do with this. The basic ingredients for this recipe are my eggs. I'll be using flaxseed meal. I'm actually using the golden. I found out that the golden, unlike the brown, is lighter in color. And then I'll also be using almond flour, salt, my pepper blend, ginger, garlic, onion, bell pepper, and some habanero pepper. That pepper is hot. Some crayfish. This is just fish that I boiled. I want to use it in because I needed that fish taste and flavor, and I also needed to like add more protein in apart from the eggs. I didn't want it to be eggy, so I decided to add more protein in. I'm also going to be using some crayfish, but because I'm using egg, I'm not going to be boiling egg and dropping inside. You can do that. It's very good for color, for presentation if you want, but I will not be doing that. And then I'll be using palm oil. You could use any other keto oil. This is chicken fat. I'm also going to be using this for also flavor. Then your keto seasoning of choice. And this is egg yolk that I collect when I make recipes. So I'll see if I can add that. If not, I'll just keep it aside. So what am I in essence trying to tell you? Just use the basic and add whatever you want to add. I'm also going to be adding a little baking powder. I want it to be what is the word? Soft. I want it to be like, because what we're looking for is that soft and fluffy. We don't want moi moi that is going to fall apart. And for our binding, we'll be using some psyllium husk flour and zaitan gum. So I'm just going to prepare my pepper, measure out every other thing, and then we will come back. This is my fish, and what I just need is I'm going to be blending them. Even the almond flour, I'm going to blend it up. But I'm going to blend it in batches because I want a situation whereby my blender will be able to carry it. So I'm just going to add enough liquid. I've added a little bit of the chicken fat. Ooh, this looks good. I just want to make enough space on this table. I remember this bell pepper tends to bring in different batches. If you have a blender of eggs, 2 cups of almond flour, I'm basically going to be making a batch, so let me just, what do you think? Let me just use up my egg yolk because it's not doing nothing for me. Just gonna add my salt to the egg yolk. This is about a teaspoon of salt. Remember your seasoning has salt also. I'm going to be using about 2 tablespoons of adobo seasoning, a tablespoon of any other seasoning you want to use, egg yolk that I have put in here. I basically don't need the what is it called, psyllium husk powder. Egg yolk also actually acts like cheese in food, you know, the way cheese is like binding and things like that. So I don't need psyllium husk powder. I don't need the zetan gum. If I didn't have this, I would have used them. Okay, if you don't have the egg yolk, you could just add to this particular one 3 tablespoons of psyllium husk powder and a teaspoon of zetan gum. I don't even know how many egg yolk this is. Nice, spicy. It's nice and it's spicy. So I'm just gonna add some palm oil until I get the color that I want. Palm oil is also actually very good. It's one of the best oil in the keto way of eating. Palm oil. A little more. And I'm using 2 tablespoons of baking powder. You might want to ask why baking powder. If you're using beans, you would have added water to get to the consistency that you want. And then the amount of water you add depends on whether your moi moi is going to be soft or it's going to be hard. So, but because we're not using that, we're going to use baking powder to incorporate air into the moi moi whilst it cooks. Okay, so now I'm going to taste for salt. I'm going to taste for seasoning. A little bit more adobo, but it's spicy enough. If you watch, you can see the air bubbles already there. So now it is time. I already have my water boiling, but to make my life easier, I'm going to fill my banana leaves. I'm going to fill it using a jug. Easy, woman. I'm just going to cut it up in smaller sizes. And then the science of how to use this. So remember, you have small ones, you have big ones. So I'm just going to sort it out. Put the small ones to the side, put the big ones to one side, and mix and match the big and the small. This looks like a big. Now this is a big. I'm used to the other one, but hey, we're gonna do what we gotta do. We got to do what we gotta do. Okay, so you just form. Can you see me? Okay, you just basically like halfway through, you bend it, and then you roll. You roll. We need. This is what the inside looks like, and then here you fold so that it doesn't leak out. Pour the quantity that you want. And then fold in, fold in. Okay, let's see. Okay, fold in, fold in, fold in again, and then bend. All right, So we're going to repeat the process until we are done. If you have one whole big one, but most times they tend to be some holes or some cracks, so you have to be careful. I'm going to repeat the process until I am done. I just wanted to show you one more time how to roll it, okay, so that you don't make a mistake. Now the secret is in making sure you roll it very, very tight, like a pine. Then in. I think I'm basically putting, like, the quantity I'm putting is like half a cup or so. And just fold in, fold in, fold in, and bend. Now this one looks ugly, so I'm just gonna fold it in this way, another fold, and then bend, because we need this shape. Like, handle it and pour at the same time. You should use a cup. So I'm gonna use a cup. I have to be careful when I use it. It's too deep. I want something that is way too. Using this, put it inside, open it out. I have my steamer already on. The water has boiled, so we're just going to gently place my moi moi wrap in the steamer, and then you should have maybe hot water standing by, so that you can use that to add to the water in case it goes down and your moi moi is not cooked. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on the stove, steam it for like an hour or less, because this is not beans, so it's gonna cook faster. So we're gonna steam it for like 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how you want it, okay? There. Moi moi has been boiling. We had some spill over, but altogether it is ready. So I'm just going to turn off the stove, bring out one or two, allow it to cool down a bit, then we'll open it and see what it looks like. Our moi moi is ready. Look at how it looks. Okay, let's see. Alright, this is exactly what we're aiming for. This beautiful shape. That's beautiful shape. And then let's dig in and just see what the inside looks like. See what the inside looks like. It's airy. It's soft. Very, very soft. It basically melts in your mouth. This is delicious. But don't forget, if you don't have the egg yolk, substitute for psyllium husk powder. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you try this recipe and let us know how it turned out. Bye for now.